was midnight when the college bus carrying a group of senior students rattled down the winding forest roads of Maine. The tires crunched on gravel like jagged teeth. Mist clung to the trees, curling around the bus like spectral snakes. The distant hoot of an owl echoed through the thick darkness. Inside, the students were exhausted, some sleeping, others whispering in semi-conscious states. Ethan, a quiet and intelligent loner, woke and pressed his forehead against the cold window, peering into the shadowy forest. "Professor Harris," he whispered, voice trembling. "Can we stop soon? I need a restroom break." Professor Harris, tall and scholarly, nodded. "Of course, Ethan. We'll stop at the next safe spot." Yet his voice carried a faint unease, for the forest felt alive, watching, waiting. The bus slowed as a herd of wild boars crossed the road, snorting and rustling through the underbrush. Students stirred in sudden alarm. Tires screeched, the bus jolted. Mist and shadow danced across the windows, creating shifting skeletal shapes. Ethan gripped his seat, heart pounding. "Something's not right," he murmured. The bus eventually pulled over at a deserted roadside. The fog swallowed the surroundings entirely. Harris stepped out first, boots crunching over gravel. Students followed hesitantly. Cold wind bit at their skin. Ethan and Ryan stepped off together. Suddenly, Ryan screamed. His foot had caught on thorns, blood spreading quickly. A biker appeared from the fog, headlight beams slicing through the mist. "You shouldn't be here. This road is cursed. The Phantom Walker haunts travelers at night." Harris tried to rationalize. "That's impossible. Just an old story." But Ethan felt it, a chilling certainty. Something was watching, waiting. The bus moved again, the forest now unnaturally quiet. Shadows flickered at the edges of perception. Every turn seemed familiar, as if the forest were looping. When the bus stopped at another deserted road, Ethan stepped off with Ryan. Fog clung to their legs. The world felt suspended. "Look," Ethan pointed to the tea shack ahead. "We passed this place already." Ryan laughed nervously. "You're imagining things. It's late. Everything looks the same." But Ethan was not imagining. The same decrepit tea shack appeared again and again, the faded sign creaking in the wind. "Haven's Rest." Panic rose among the students. Driver Victor denied the strangeness, but Harris felt it. The loop, the curse, the inevitability. Shadows grew longer. Whispers rose from the fog itself. "Turn back. Turn back. You are trapped." Ethan whispered to himself. "It's feeding on our fear. The more we panic, the stronger it becomes." The bus repeatedly passed the same landmarks. Trees bent unnaturally. Shadows pressed against the windows. Students' panic escalated. Trust eroded. Harris shouted for calm. "Everyone, stay together. Panic will only make this worse." The bus hit a patch of ice, skidding violently. Ryan screamed. Victor struggled to regain control. The fog thickened, swirling like smoke. Ethan saw the figure in the rearview mirror, a dark, faceless shape gliding behind them. It did not move like a human. "Stay calm. It's feeding on us," Ethan warned. Shadows whispered names, mocking, cruel. Time twisted. Every turn brought the same sights. Haven's Rest, bent trees, rusted signposts. Fear became physical weight pressing down on them. Eventually, the bus reached a village Collins claimed as his hometown. Small wooden houses lined the street. Lantern light glowed dimly in the mist. Ethan felt a chill. The village was silent, too silent. The mist moved unnaturally, curling into faces and windows. Then they saw them. Bodies. Colin's family lay slaughtered in the yard. blood pooled around them. Horror froze the students. A one-eyed old man stepped forward, trembling. "You brought them here. You brought death upon them." The villagers, faces hollow, closed in on Collins. Chaos erupted. Blood spattered walls. Screams echoed. Students huddled, crying. Victor fought to drive, but trees bent unnaturally, holding the bus back. The screams of the village trailed them as the bus fled. Ethan realized the curse was everywhere, persistent, eternal. The walker thrived on fear and chaos. Fear and paranoia consumed the bus. Ethan realized that the Phantom Walker was among them. Harris attacked Ryan, convinced he was possessed. Paul, terrified, stabbed Victor. Shadows crept closer with every scream, every act of violence feeding the walker. Trust shattered. Every glance was suspicion, every whisper a potential betrayal. The students realized that the walker's power was not only supernatural, it manipulated their minds. Ethan drove the bus. Suddenly, Paul died at Ryan's hands. Ethan laughed hysterically, eyes glowing red. "The Phantom Walker is me," he declared. He revealed that he had died earlier in the forest and was possessed, orchestrating every betrayal, every murder. He had manipulated Colin's death and provoked the students into chaos. The walker's influence twisted reality, feeding on fear, making every act of desperation and violence part of its strength. Ryan and the remaining survivors fought Ethan. Iron rods smashed against his head. Shadows twisted, forming grotesque figures. Finally, a direct blow released a burst of black smoke, the walker's essence breaking free. The forest seemed to release a held breath. The survivors, bloodied and exhausted, were alive but forever scarred. The Phantom Walker had been defeated for the first time. Weeks later, 4 friends, Alex, Daniel, Chris, and Mia, drove the winding roads of Colorado at night. Music and laughter masked unease. Suddenly, Alex braked. A girl stood by the roadside, terrified. "Please, get me to Bolton. They're after me." Torches appeared in the mist. Figures chanted in low voices. Panic escalated. At a diner, food writhed with maggots. A skeletal cook warned, "He has reached you." None ever escaped suspicion, tore the group apart. Mia strangled the girl. Chris hit her with iron. Suddenly, Chris's body twisted into a monstrous apparition. "None leave my labyrinth alive," he screamed. The friends fought desperately. Dawn broke. The monstrous form dissolved into mist. The survivors drove on in silence. The Phantom Walker had been defeated, but the terror remained. Whispers spread through forests and mountain roads across America. The curse waited patiently for the next traveler, the next moment of fear.